In today's video, I am doing a review and demo on the new Goss Pearl Luxury Eyeshadow Palette and his new waterproof mascara. We're also announcing the winner of the Sydney Grace palette giveaway in this video. I have taken a little longer to give you this review. As you know, I don't like to give first impressions. And to be honest, it has taken me a while to decide if this is a hyped up product based on love for Goss or if it is a hidden treasure. If you'd like to know my thoughts, stick around. We're about to get right into it. So I'm Mona, this is About Face with Mona. This is a channel geared towards everything for the mature woman. We talk about skincare, we talk about lifestyle, and we talk about makeup. And so today, we're talking a little bit about the beauty world. And sometimes I feel like YouTube has just become one big sponsored commercial. I'll log on to a video and I hear this video has been sponsored by blah, blah, blah. I don't want a commercial. I have it on my television. I go to YouTube to see real, everyday women tell me whether my skincare, beauty, makeup, lifestyle dollars should be spent on a particular product. Whether the odds are in my favor that I'll be satisfied with that purchase. With Goss, you know, he is well liked, and sometimes I think that unintentionally some of those reviews could be biased. People really like him. He is a nice guy. He comes across as very kind and very genuine, and I don't think anyone would want to hurt his feelings on purpose. However, I purchased his first two palettes. I still have the first one. I had returned the second one. The first one I found was a little tiny bit patchy. My initial review was positive. I really liked it. I think that I was newer to YouTube when I reviewed that, and I've gotten a little bit better at testing products and reviewing them, and I've had more products to compare them to and maybe a little bit better judge of quality. I never reached for it. Never. I would say that that was not worth my $55. This is not inexpensive. These palettes cost $55. The pan sizes are huge, but honestly, I would rather smaller pan sizes because I buy so many palettes that it's not likely that I'll ever go through these. The packaging is sleek. I like the design, although it does get all fingerprinted up. The color story did appeal to me more than any of his other palettes. You know, this is sort of the look that I go for most of the time. I don't usually wear waterproof mascaras, but I have noticed that lately with the humidity in South Louisiana and the frequent rain that we've been having, that sometimes, you know, I have a little smudging up here. So you know what, let me give this a try. So we're gonna look at it and we're gonna see what we think. Okay, we're gonna do some quick swatches so you guys can see how they swatch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 'So that's the Celestial shade. This is just a pale pink. Good overall lid color. This is another pretty shimmer. This is that pink that kind of makes the palette. I think these two colors right here. This is a gray taupe that you replace the black with. This could make a look on its own. So you do have a couple of looks to choose from in here, but not much. I'm gonna take this color and I'm just gonna sweep it over both lids just to serve kind of as a base. Oh, I always forget. Let me zoom you guys in. I think this is a palette for simple looks. You don't get any kind of deep look. This is definitely natural. He said it was themed for any kind of eyes, any age group, and it sort of invoke tones of weddings or bridal themes. Color story does appeal to me. We're gonna take this pink color right here. So a little bit of warmth to it. It's not too cool. It's actually a very pretty pink color. It actually serves as a really nice blush. And with the size of this pan, getting a blush brush in there is pretty easy. So I'm going to take that. I'm gonna take this Real Techniques brush. Really like this brush when you're just doing a one and done look. It's big, has a nice perfect shape. So I'm gonna take this pink and I'm just gonna simply go over my whole entire lid and go just above my crease. There are other palettes that have similar color stories. I have a couple of Clinique duos, which it would take two of them to kind of get this look, but I definitely could do that. Also, I have a Victoria Beckham brick that has similar colors. There is a Tom Ford palette. I think that you can find this look at the drugstore. You see, it takes a lot of building up, I feel, to get any kind of decent color payoff. Some people prefer to build up than to have a really pigmented color straight off the bat. I would like to see a little more color payoff from the get-go, but you can build it up quite nicely. You see, I do have quite the color payoff here. I am going to go in one eye with that gray taupey color, and I'm going to take that just into the corner. I find that to get any kind of color payoff here, that you definitely want to pat. So if you do too much blending, the color is going to diffuse too much. And it will also muddy up, I think, pretty easily. So I think you want to be pretty precise with your color placement and not do too much blending into another color. And you can see this is a very subtle gray. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go into that celestial shade right here, and I'm going to pop that in the center of the eye. If you go in with a brush, you're not going to get too much color payoff. And if you want a lot of color payoff, even though Wayne says you shouldn't wet it, I would wet it. For just a pretty look, this definitely is it. You can take this color right here, and you can actually use that under the brow bone as a little bit of a highlight color. But for me, it's a little dark. But it would definitely glam up the look a little bit. I'm kind of blending it out to diffuse it. I think I'd actually prefer this color under the brow bone. So we're going to look at that on this eye. I'm going to go under the brow bone with this color. And then in the corner, I'm going to go in with this brown shade. I'm going to drag that into the crease a little bit. Take this Moda brush. I'm going to go into this color, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out. So I think that this is a very pretty look on its own, without the celestial shade, with just those three colors. And again here I used the pink, I used the very pale pink, and I used this color right here. Now if we wanted to bring this color in, actually wet my brush, and I'm going to use it in the inner corner. And I'm going to go into this one. Very subtle. So let's take this And let's go into this color right here, and we're gonna line underneath the eye. You can see there's not a lot of dimension. There's not a lot of depth to this look, but it does bring a simple everyday look on both sides. Now, you can increase the depth by kind of doing a cut crease. Actually, one of my favorite ways to do this look has been to actually and then to go on top of that with that pink. And then actually into the crease, go in right above that pink color with this color to add some dimension. Deepen up the gray in the outer V. Just by kind of stamping it on. Just kind of making that number 7, the backwards number 7. Try spraying that one. See if I can get some more intensity to that gray. So if you wet it, you can smoke it out a little bit more. Get a little bit more color payoff. And then go in on top of that with that celestial shade and wet that. Really load up that brush. And go right here in the center. Only up to the crease. With this color just to kind of blend it all out. Not doing too much blending on the gray because I really don't want to muddy that up, or I'm just kind of dotting to make sure I don't have any harsh lines. This is a look that I enjoy. I'm going to take my Wayne Goss Kohl eyeliner pencil in the color Rich Hazel. Then I'm going to go on top. I'm going to try to keep it as close to the lash line as I can. Alright, now we're going to go in with the mascara. What I will tell you about the mascara is that I like the size of the wand. Look how tiny. A really nice wand for getting your lower lashes. The other thing I want to say about this case is it's very hard to open. He said it was just a kind of plain mascara, that he wasn't making a lot of false claims or big claims about it. And I think that was smart, because this mascara does give me some lengthening and some definition of my lashes, but it definitely does not give me a va-va-va-voom factor. If you like a more natural lash with just a hint of definition, this may be something you enjoy. I can get this from the drugstore. This look, absolutely, I don't need this mascara to give it to me. So compare the two eyes. One with mascara, one without. Definitely nothing wrong with the mascara. We'll speed through this one. So these are the looks. I think that this is his best palette to date. I think that I do enjoy the color story. As far as quality, you know, it's okay. I think that if you really want a very subtle, very natural look, that this is a palette that you may enjoy. This may be a palette for you. I think the pink color is the standout shadow of the palette. I think while the Celestial shade is pretty, it is pretty. These two colors together are very pretty. I think that this is the weakest color in the palette. I think the shade is a nice touch. I don't like the formula and I don't like the level of pigmentation. But if you're looking for a natural look, you might like this. The mascara, I think, is very hard to come off. It is so hard that even my best balms and makeup removers that remove other waterproof mascaras that I own, they don't do a very good job of getting all of the mascara off. And for me to get all the traces of the mascara off, my eyes are sore and irritated after. So if you're looking for a waterproof mascara that really packs a punch, that is really going to take you through the day, this Locked and Loaded, this should be it. If you're looking for one that really creates dramatic lashes, this is not the one. So my thoughts, I don't know. I still don't know. I think it's pretty. I have a feeling that I still won't be reaching for it as much unless I just kind of want that pink look. But then if I want that pink and brown look, I'm probably going to pull my Pillow Talk palette. So, or my Pillow Talk quad. Would I repurchase it for $55? I would not. Do I think it's a terrible palette? I do not. I think it's pretty. I think that for some people, this may be just everything they're looking for. If you definitely just like that subtle, very hint of romantic color, very feminine, and you want to pay $55 for it, this is your palette. I'm not sure it's my palette. Don't dislike the look. Don't dislike the color story. Don't dislike Wayne Goss. I just think that for me, it's more hype than substance. And I definitely won't be using the mascara because I don't want to scrub my eyes off. Now we're going to do the drawing. So at the time that I'm filming this, I still don't know who won because I am filming before the deadline for the entries. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop up the picture of the random generator selection. So look at the name that you're seeing right now on the screen. You have until next Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time to claim your prize. And at that time, you need to look in my description, get my email address, and you need to send me your address and let me know that you are claiming your prize. If you have not claimed your prize by August 15th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will put it back up for grabs for the next person. So until then, stay safe. Thank you for being here. Let me know in the comments if you have this palette, if you like it, if this is something you want to pick up, if it's your holy grail, if this is definitely worth the hype for you, or if you think it's overhyped. Anyway, sound off in the comments. Let me hear. Stay safe, have a great week, and go out and live like Mel.